Welcome to another Chef Knives to Go episode. This is Steve Gamache, and what we have right now is the Kato VG-10 Yo or Western handled Suminagashi or Damascus Bunka 170mm knife. So a lot to fit in there, so I didn't put the word Western on there, but a Yo handle is a Western style handle versus a Wa handle is a Japanese style handle. So the way these are made is they've got multi-layered construction. Obviously, you can tell very quickly out of that. Really dramatic look to them. But the center cutting edge steel is VG-10 full stainless steel at around 61, 62 Rockwell. The cladding is a multi-layered cladding with probably nickel and stainless and a few different materials in it. It is a stainless cladding, and then they've acid etched this to get that gunmetal gray look, depending on which metal pieces are in there. And then you can see the other types of metal really pop. And you can see where the grind comes down, where the pattern starts changing and gets closer together. So Suminagashi means layers or layers of paper, I think a traditional way to describe it. So it's another way in this case of describing a Damascus or a layered finish. These blades again are very dramatic looking. Let's tell you what, let's back out of here and we'll do some statistics first. So the weight and dimensions on these should be pretty similar from one another way they're made, but this one's about 150 grams or 5.3 ounces. Edge length of right about 170 or 6.7 inches on the edge from tip to back of the heel. The overall length about 300 millimeters or 11.7 inches. These blades are pretty thin, so this one I got about 1.9 at the back and then about 1.7, so 1.8ish all the way down. You get that corner there in the reverse sword tip, and then it thins out quite a bit towards the actual edge where the grind is, so nice performing tip. And then they get pretty thin also at the edge with the actual profile, and you can see that's a pretty flat profile too of the curve of the edge. So these are good performing knives. Blade height on this one's just a little under 46 millimeters. And the handle is an kind of a Western style partial tang. So the tang comes up here and then in there, and it's partial. So that lightens it up so the balance point doesn't come too far back. But it's a kind of a rose colored pack of wood. You've got stainless bolster and stainless rivets on it, and the finish is done pretty well. It's all very smooth. Balance point is going to be a little further back just because of this style, and it's a smaller blade. It's light, it's thin, but there's your balance point. You've got good fit and finish on these, so they've polished. You can see they've polished the spine. It's got corners on it, but they've relieved that just a little bit. They've done a nice job on the choil into the corner there on both sides, so it's very comfortable. These had a nice out-of-the-box edge. I'll give them a 6 out of 10 on my scale, so it was a well-executed edge out of the box. Guess let's get our beauty shot here. And it looks to me like it's laser engraved kanji on there, not hand engraved. Just kind of the feel is pretty smooth, so it's probably laser engraved, but it's a little hard to pick out unless you get the lighting just right. But obviously the layers really pop with that acid etching that they've done. Well, it's a really neat looking blade. As I said, the fit and finish is really nice and straight, thin blade. Let's look at it on the cutting board. And as you could kind of see from that choil shot, it's a pretty flat edge profile all the way around. So this would be a great chopping knife. Just a little bit of belly to it, just kind of overall, very low tip, so you're not going to rock this. I mean, I'm maybe in there if I want to dig. It'll do short stuff like scallions, that kind of stuff, but you're not going to rock too much with this. That's not the point of this knife. Awesome for tip draws type cutting, but this would be great for chopping, push-pull cuts, glide cuts, that kind of stuff. So really neat package, well executed with quite a dramatic flair to the look. But all stainless nonetheless. So this is the Kato VG-10 Western or Yo handled Suminagashi Bunka 170mm knife.